Hi you guys, welcome back to the desk corner. Welcome to a new video. Christmas has really come early on my channel this year. I have received a lot of wonderful things sent to me by wonderful companies, and I'm very excited about it because I'm returning to YouTube here after a bit of a break, and upon my return I have a lot of exciting stuff to share with you guys, so that is great. Now let's just go ahead and jump into it because I'm really excited about this one in particular. Now I already opened the package because it does have my personal information on the back of this little sleeve here. And this actually came with a very nice note also from Sally from Colored Pencil Magazine. She thanked me for my interest in this product, which I will explain momentarily. She says I'm one of the first to test this set, which is extremely exciting. So thank you, Sally. Thank you, Colored Pencil Magazine. I'm gonna go ahead and move this out of the way so you guys can see what it is that I'm testing here. It is a brand new drawing kit. And oh my gosh, I haven't really tried anything like this before. That's just a drawing kit that comes with what you need. So here's what it says. This is the Charming Cult GRIZAYE drawing kit. Go from gray to glorious. Draw on top of a grayscale image printed on high-quality art paper. Using our premium colored pencils and exclusive photo reference, see your art improve no matter your skill level. So this is very interesting. This is a whole drawing kit. Comes with 17 pieces. Comes with the paper, the reference photo, the colored pencils, sharpener, test sheet, color guide, and step-by-step instructions. And it's so pretty. I love horses a lot. I've actually been meaning to do an artwork of a horse, so this is convenient. So it's actually interesting. So you are drawing on top of the grayscale image. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get into this. I am so excited. By the way, this is Stonehenge paper in here, which I do have some of already. Alright, I'm holding this at a weird angle so that you guys could see this without the reflection, but you could see the images on the back show what is in the kit as well. And some very nice close-up photos of what you get here. Okay, I cannot contain my excitement anymore. Let's just go ahead and open this up. Okay, let's see. Oh, those look nice. So we've got the pencils, and then of course everything else here. Make sure I didn't miss anything in there. I think that's it. Alright, so let's set this off to the side up here. Oh my goodness. It has the guide up here. I think I need to take a photo for a thumbnail because this is just a gorgeous kit. This one says, skip the prep and get to drawing. You know guys, I've had those days. I don't always want to do all the prep, especially with limited time. So what a perfect time for them to send me this one actually. Comes with a little color guide and it shows examples of where the colored pencils are used. It also has a step-by-step on the back for pro tips. Oh, okay, so it's showing you kind of step-by-step in how to use the colors. Okay, so here we've got, oh, that's lovely, the Stonehenge paper with the grayscale underneath that you go over on top. And I'm not sure which exact Stonehenge paper this is. Actually, it might say it somewhere on the kit, but I have tried Stonehenge paper before. Just Stonehenge Artists paper. So I know they have a lot of different ones. I have the colored version. Alright, so that's a Stonehenge paper. I know they have this little color guide here, but for the purpose of the video, I think I'd like to make a little swatch chart with the pencils as well so we could get a feel for them. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we have the reference image, and it's beautifully, did I say beautifully? It's beautifully printed out here. This is a really high quality drawing kit, you guys. This is really high quality. Never had anything like this before. On the back you could see that there are some close-ups to help you out with the details. So that's really useful. And for the purpose of this video, I'm only going to use what comes in the kit, just so you guys know. So that's all that we're using when I do this drawing. The pencils all come in a little pouch like this with a teeny little sharpener. And here are the actual pencils themselves. And this is really nice. They're hexagonal so they won't fall off or roll off the table. They're not round. And there's actually quite a few colors. We're going to swatch these as I mentioned before. So, oh my goodness. I have a lot of colored pencils, but that doesn't stop me from getting excited over more colored pencils, as you guys probably already know by now. It also has a swatch card. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. You guys, they thought of everything here. There's even a swatch card, so I don't even have to use my own paper for that. The little card on the front for the set, and I'm just going to leave that in this pouch, and I actually like that it comes in its own little pouch. And let's go ahead and start with the swatch then. I've got everything that I need here. Everything is thought of with this drawing kit, clearly, which is very exciting. We've actually got 12 colors, so let's just go ahead and swatch them. Ooh, these are nice quality too. They feel a bit like Prismacolors. They're really soft. So that's really nice. So we've got blush. I might label these afterwards too. And then we've got raw umber. You guys, I was not expecting these pencils to be so soft. I was really not expecting them to be this soft, actually. And that's actually nice. I do not have a lot of super soft pencils in my collection. So this is always nice to have. And there's that, you guys. I'm actually going to zoom in all the way so that you could see this little swatch card here. We have blush, raw umber, ochre, jasmine. Then we have denim, grape, chestnut, and terracotta. And then our last row, black, brown, gray, and white. And I like to label them with the names and not the numbers because it's just easy for me. That's just how my brain works more with color swatches and color charts. But anyways, you could see all of the gorgeous colors. Now we do have a couple of bright ones like that blush and the grape color. So it's going to be fun to see how we're going to use those. And I'm glad I made this swatch chart because you can definitely see the richness of the colors more in comparison to just the color guide here. Actually, some of the colors match up pretty well in the color guide, but you cannot see just how vibrant that blush is, as well as perhaps the jasmine. So those are really nice, vibrant colors. So I've got my swatch, I've got everything that I need here, and I guess we are ready to go. I do like that it includes the step-by-step because when you look at an image like this, sometimes you might have some trouble figuring out where on earth to even start here. And so the step-by-step is actually very useful for those of you that are newer to colored pencil, but also if you're just newer to fur or you struggle with working on portraits and animal portraits and things like that. I just can't stop looking at this image, but I realize that we need to move forward with this video and get started with the actual artwork. I do apologize if anybody is able to hear my laptop fan. At some points it is deciding to just be very loud and have a mind of its own, and I can't really do anything about it. It has a mind of its own when it runs Final Cut Pro. So I went in first with my brown colored pencil and filled in all the details as advised, so that way the details don't get lost. That's something I had to keep track of during this because you do have that grayscale sort of guideline underneath, and it is able to be covered completely by the colored pencils, so you don't want to prematurely cover areas that have detail in it and then lose that amount of detail, if that makes sense. Of course you could draw it back on top, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the kit. So I definitely altered the way that I work here by focusing on details first rather than layering first, which is an interesting way of working and something I might want to try when working on fur in the future, because I found that having all those little detail areas already laid out for me made it easier for me to then go in and make the fur more realistic as I was filling in other colors as well. So to be clear, that brown is supposed to be the shadow. I think you guys can already tell that. I knew the mane would be easy and fun for me to do because it just looked so much fun, and I love creating coarse hairs like that. It's definitely a unique kind of texture, and there's a lot of textures going on in this artwork. So I was excited to try the different textures and do my best with my colored pencils to make those look realistic. I really do like having this guideline to work with. I think for any drawing kit, this is really nice and helpful. Colored pencil work is extremely time consuming, and so kits like these that just make the process just a little bit either easier, more relaxing, or quicker, whatever it might be, are definitely fun, and I think that they do serve a very good purpose. I was able to enjoy my time working on this piece a little bit more without having too much stress about, well, where am I supposed to put this or that? which is what I would normally be thinking about when I'm coloring, because normally I wouldn't have all those tiny details drawn out for me. And so I really appreciated that. And I think this would be such a nice gift for the holidays. I could imagine if I got this gift, which I did technically, thank you Colored Pencil Magazine, but if I received this gift for the holidays from a family member or friend, I think that I would be like, oh, that is such a thoughtful idea, because really it comes with all of the materials that you need and everything. So that is really great. Now for the actual reference photo itself, I find it to be really nice and beautiful. And normally I don't actually print reference photos, I just work from my iPad or my phone or whatever. And so using an actual reference image was nice, and it was great to not stare at a screen for once. So it's definitely a different drawing experience than what I normally am used to. Comparing my own little cult to the original reference photo, mine might be a little more disgruntled and not quite as groomed, but that's okay. It could be a wild cult. I don't have any issue with that. It definitely has a little bit of a unique flair to it. It is nice though to see how your picture differs from your reference image, to have them both laid out next to each other. Normally I wouldn't print a reference image, so it is kind of cool to see the side by side when you're all finished and see your own personal touches on it. I always struggle with fur, so of course having this laid out for me really made things easier. Even so, I struggle with fur regardless though. I think I did a decent job on this. It's messy fur, but it is fur, so that's alright. I'm sorry for being on my phone at random points in this video too, as I was answering emails at some points. But for the most part, my experience here was relaxing regardless of any emails that came my way. I think my favorite part, and perhaps the most time-consuming part, was working on the face. Eyes are always such a fun portion of a portrait for me. Portion of a portrait. I don't know why I said it that way, but it's my favorite part of a portrait to work on, and this was no exception. I had a lot of fun working on the horse's eye, and then just the face in general is really fun to render. Now with this, since the background is already laid out for you, I could focus more on creating that depth of color, and I really think I succeeded in that. If I'm being honest, part of the reason I haven't created colored pencil art in a while is because of how time-consuming it is, and when you have other things going on, it's hard to take on a big project like that. But luckily, since this is part of a kit, this project was about half the amount of time probably that I would have spent having to draw out and figure out where everything would go in a portrait. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm very excited to be sharing this with you guys because, again, as I mentioned before, it's really funny how timing works, but I did want to do a portrait of a horse, and ta-da, one was sent to me, literally sent straight to my door. Thank you. Thank you, Colored Pencil Magazine, for knowing exactly what I should be working on at the moment and inspiring me a little bit as I was in a, I don't want to say creative rut, but you know, sometimes you are just a bit mentally exhausted from things going on and you can't always focus on your artwork, unfortunately, as much joy as it does bring you. So I'm getting a little off topic here. You guys could see I'm working a little bit on the bridle. Is that what this is called? I really hope that I'm right on this, but around the horse's face, you can see that I want to make this a little bit shinier. It's a different texture. That's what I was talking about when I said there's some different textures to work with in this kit. So I do like creating different textures with colored pencil. I find it to be really fun and challenging, and especially for material like this, which is probably like leather, it is interesting to try and mimic that and make it look a little different than the rest of your drawing so that it stands out and looks realistic. And I did have a lot of fun with this portion too, and of course you can tell this is where I used most of the purple and blue, and of course the black as well. And I had a lot of fun with this part too. This part in the face was probably my favorite, and maybe the main actually. I can't really choose a favorite, I guess. I had too much fun in general creating this entire drawing. So I'll just let you guys watch me finish up the drawing here with some music. And we're just about finished up here, so I am going to show you guys how my drawing turned out. Would you look at that, my own little touch on it. And oh my gosh, you guys, I had so much fun with this one. I think what I really liked about it was just being able to relax a little bit more since the details were kind of already there. It's kind of like a guideline for me to follow. And as I was coloring, I felt a little bit more at ease and relaxed while doing so, if that makes sense, compared to when I'm creating my own colored pencil art just from scratch. And so I think this was a nice way for me to get back into creating art, since it's been a while since I've been able to create my own art because of so much going on. I really just want to thank Colored Pencil Magazine again for sending me this kit. This is well worth it. I'm going to link the website down below for GRIZAYE so that you can look at the kits that they offer and perhaps get one of these for yourself, because the price is well worth it. I will tell you guys that. And I am just so excited to have tried this. Definitely such a nice set, and especially if you're thinking of gift ideas for the holidays for artists, I think this would be a really fun one. The pencils that came with the kit are really nice as well. Of course, I talked about that more in the voiceover portion of this video. And yeah, I think that's about it, you guys. Let me know what you think of this. How do you like this reference photo and the way that my drawing turned out and this kit in general? Have you tried any kits like this before? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, I'm linking the website where you can actually buy this kit in my description box too, for those of you that are interested in taking a look at that. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I know I've been a little inconsistent at the desk corner lately, but I hope you guys can bear with me, as I want YouTube to be a part of my life going forward, no matter what stage of my life I'm in, if that makes sense. So we're gonna accommodate and adjust, even if I'm, you know, going through a busier or more hectic stage in my life, we're still gonna accommodate for that, because I love being here on YouTube and talking to you guys. And I think that's it. So I will see you guys hopefully soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching as always. Bye!